If everyone's your customer, then no one is your customer. Is that true? Today on the Dailyish Show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Dailyish Show, a show for not just rental housing providers, but anybody that is looking to be time wealthy and have more white space on your calendar. Even business owners, stay-at-home parents, whatever it is, if you're looking for more time wealth in your life, this show is for you and for you specifically. My name is Mark Dolfini, your host and your coach. So today we're going to be talking about if everyone is your customer, no one is your customer. And this is really important to delineate in terms of who specifically you are reaching out to. Now, I know a lot of times I say, well, this could be for anybody. This show could be really for anybody. Well, it's not really. It's specifically for people who are just wanting to have more time, wealth, and time freedom on their calendar. And there are people out there who have side hustle businesses and would say, well, I'd love for everybody to be my customer. Well, would you though? Really? Everybody, every single person you would want to be your customer, including, I don't know, people who have no money? Well, that's everybody, right? That's anybody who. Well, you really have to get specific on that. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you'd like to join the discussion and be part of the Time Wealthy VIP Lounge group page, just click the link in the show notes and we will get you right into the discussion. So again, if everybody is your customer, no one is your customer. So I know there's a lot of people who have these side hustles that are going on. Many people are in real estate trying to do a side hustle. Many people are in different MLMs, different network marketing type jobs, right? That they're doing. They're making a little bit extra money for their families, or really whatever it is. Even if you are in business for yourself full time and that's what you do, if everyone is your customer, then no one is your customer. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. And you have to it's almost obnoxious about who you will work with and almost a little obnoxious about who you won't work with. Now, I use this analogy all the time. Starbucks, I would say, is pretty obnoxious about who they want as their customer. I also say they're pretty obnoxious about who they don't want to be their customer. If you're looking for a cheap cup of coffee, probably Starbucks is not the place where you want to go, right? If you're looking for a quick in and out through the drive-through, probably not where you want to go, just judging by the lines that are around those small little buildings that are basically a kiosk on steroids. There's lots of people who will stand in line, wait long periods of time to spend a lot of money on an overpriced drink. I'm not judging either way. That's just, I'm not part of their avatar. That's not who I am. I'm a gun guy. Anybody who's known me for more than 11 seconds knows I'm a gun guy. And they have publicly stated that even in states where it is okay to have a weapon publicly displayed on your hip, that they don't want you. And they said that. That's okay. I respect that. I don't subscribe to that. But that they don't want me as their customer. They don't want me as their avatar. So they are, again, obnoxious about who they will work with and obnoxious about who they don't want to work with. And that's okay. That's good that they've got that well defined because they have no shortage of people wanting to buy their products. So I come back to, as I sit and think about this, and no matter what business you're in, I think it's really good to think about who you want your clients to be and who you don't want your clients to be. In fact, I just got off a call with a couple guys who have a really good business and they're a high-end business, right? So we got into the discussion really quickly about some basics, about just some marketing basics, that a business can only compete well in one of three specific areas. So I was actually going to do a different topic tonight, but this one kind of hit home for me because it's so incredibly important about who you want to work with and specifically who you don't want to work with. So a business can only compete well in one of three areas. It can compete on price, quality, or service. Or you could say also speed. If it's a manufacturer, you could say speed. But realistically, if you're going to say, speed or service is the third. That's the third one. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you've got, whatever the business that you're in, Are you trying to compete on price? Are you trying to be the Walmart of your industry? Let's say you're an attorney. Are you trying to be the lowest priced attorney in your town and you just make it up on volume? Okay, well, maybe that's so, but I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying you want to make it on volume. So you have no problem with trying to, you have no problem offering a lower price and making it up in volume. Maybe you found a way where you can use paralegals and leverage yourself and get as many people in and out the door as you possibly can. You're sacrificing on quality. You have a standard of quality, right? But it's not what you're leading with, right? You have a standard of service, but it's not what you're leading with, right? You're not leading on, say, 3-hour turnaround times on contracts. No, you're leading on, look, I'm the lowest price. You might have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for your legal opinion, for your legal advice, but we're always low price, right? Let's contrast that same attorney with service, okay? Service or speed. I would say those are the same things, speed of service. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that you are going to be a 24-hour attorney, that you will take anybody's legal problem over any 24-hour period. Doesn't matter. Any time of day or night, you call me, I'm your attorney, right? But you're not going to compete on price. So therefore, you're going to pay a little bit of a premium. You call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, get me out of bed to bail you out because you're being a drunk idiot. Okay. So you're therefore what might be normally, if you want to cool your heels in jail and wait until 8 a.m., but to get an attorney, or that night you need somebody at 3 a.m., you might not have a choice. You're going to pay $1,000, right? It's the same concept of convenience stores. You don't go to convenience stores because the prices are so great. You go to convenience stores because they are convenient, right? They're open 24 hours. You don't have a lot of variety. You're certainly not competing on price, but so that's what they're doing. That's the service that they're doing, right? You're not getting high quality either, like at a convenience store. You're not getting, high-end sushi at a convenience store. That's why they're not competing on price, they're competing on service. Okay. So let's look at the same attorney. Again, you're competing on quality. These are the attorneys that are not trying to compete on price. They're not trying to compete on speed or service. They are great at what they do, and they have a very vast knowledge of one specific area of law that they are fantastic at. Let's say they're a good patent attorney and they know patents backwards and forwards, and they have a very deep network of people who are in and specifically related to patents. They can charge $1,000 an hour for their job, for their work, and they do, because they're really good at what they do, and they have a high quality level of lawyering and contract making and whatever it is that they do, right? I think I just made up a word there, lawyering, but they can, as an attorney, they have a very high quality service. They're not competing on price, and they're not competing on speed or service. So that's the difference. So when you can get really obnoxious about what it is you are, and you can identify your client avatar in terms of who you specifically want to work with, things get tremendously easier. And I'll tell you why. Because now you know how to have a conversation with that person. And you can just say, you know what? It's okay. You're probably not my ideal person. I mean, I asked for a $10,000 retainer just to have a conversation with me. And no offense, that's not what you do, but I can refer you to somebody that might be able to help you out, right? And they'll appreciate that, because you're obnoxious about what you are and obnoxious about what you're not. So that's what I would say is, if everyone is your customer, no one is your customer. And I know, especially when you're starting out, it's really easy to say, well, everybody gets a car, right? Well, I would invite you to get really specific in terms of who your client avatar is, define who that is, and you'll find that your marketing efforts and your ability to attract who you want to work with will become much, much easier. And that is all I have for today, folks. So, Kathleen, I hate Starbucks. They're called idiots. That's right. Yeah, I get it. I'm totally on board with you. So, all right. Well, listen, I am going to cut this off. My bride and I are heading. It is blazing hot outside, and we are going to a nice, cool gym, and we are going to get our sweat on. So, please be sure to place a value on your free time, because if you don't, someone else will. But most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys next time.